Yeah, we walked everywhere. We actually took the metro subway. Our first day was the Museum of the Bible and the monuments. This is some of King Herod's artifacts. This is Erasmus' New Testament in Greek and Latin. This is the King James Bible, first edition, 1611. This was Fox's Book of Martyrs, which actually had William Tyndale in it. To the right is the White House, and just behind is the U.S. Capitol. This is the World War II Memorial. Walking towards the Lincoln Memorial. This is the Vietnam Memorial wall. It was a big wall. This is the Lincoln Memorial. That's us in front of the Lincoln Memorial. It's the Korean War Monument. Our second day, we went to Arlington National Cemetery and the Smithsonian, National Museum of American History. Arlington Cemetery, that's John F. Kennedy's gravesite. This is the tomb of the unknown soldier, and so that's the tomb, and that's me with my honor badge, which somebody gave, which the new officer that was doing the changing of the guards gave me.
Awesome.
This is the guy that gave me the badge. There's where we were sitting and watching the changing of the guards. That's the tomb. Smithsonian American History Museum. That's the state seal on the left. And that's John Quincy Adams' chess set on the right. Abraham Lincoln's top hat on the night he was shot. Star Wars, Captain America, and MASH artifacts that were at the museum. Third day, we went to the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum and the Archives of the United States of America. And although it says the White House on there, we weren't able to go in the White House, so we just saw it from afar. There's the X-Wing from Star Wars. There's Neil Armstrong's suit when he was on the moon. There's the National Archives building. There's Declaration of Independence. There's me in the Archives building. There's the Declaration of Independence. You can't really see it, but there's the Constitution. There's, what is that? Oh, yeah, there's the Bill of Rights. There's the White House behind us in that picture. There's the White House again. The fourth day, we went to Ford's Theater, the Museum of Illusion, and the Spy Museum. I think you're really gonna like this though. Ford's Theater. Abraham Lincoln came to Ford's Theater on April 14th, 1865 to watch the comedy play Our American Cousin. John Wilkes Booth was an actor who played in his theater many times. Lincoln was sitting on the right side. There were no guards protecting the president. The theater only holds around 600 people. That night, there was over 1,700 people in this theater. That is smaller than the Ryman in Nashville, Tennessee. After shooting the president, Booth jumped onto the stage and ran out back. The president was carried across the street to the Peterson house where Lincoln died the next morning. So that's Ford's Theater. It's more Ford's Theater. We went to the Ford's Theater Museum, and as you can see in that picture, they had a big stack of books leading up to the next floor in that theater, or in the museum, sorry. John Wilkes Booth's boot when he wore when he shot the president. Booth broke his ankle upon jumping down to the stage. It was later cut by Dr. Sam Mudd to fix the ankle. Dr. Mudd was later arrested for helping Booth. And his injured ankle became his downfall. So the gun that John Wilkes Booth used to kill Lincoln, the Peterson house. This was a view from the upstairs window of the Ford's Theater. Lincoln was taken just across the street where he died the next morning. So on the right, on the left, you can see the plaque that identifies the bed as the bed that Lincoln died in, and on the right, that's his bed that he died in. Temporary seat of government. Secretary of War Edwin Stanton took control of the U.S. executive branch of government and stayed in the same house as Lincoln lay dying in the next room. That's the Museum of Illusion, and as you can see on the right, that's what you saw when you came in, and on the left, that's what it looked like when you were standing on that spot and taking a picture. So it looks like a chair, but it's just an illusion. Mm-hmm. That's another one where the floor was tilted, so it looked like you were bigger than the other person, or taller. Mm. And the picture on the right, it was a room that the floor was also tilted, but it looked like you were practically falling out of the room. That's the Spy Museum. I think you're gonna really like this too, but it's interesting. This is the U.S. Capitol building. And that's the U.S. Supreme Court, where they make the laws. No, not Ethan. The Pentagon we saw in our airplane while we were flying home, and the end.
What was your favorite thing?
I mean, I liked the History Museum. That was cool.
Of course.
See all the historic stuff and whatnot.
What was your least favorite thing?
Riding on the metro, maybe, because you had to figure out where you're going, which metro train goes to where, and where you're going, and all that jibber jabber.
Did you take in a really nice restaurant while you were there?
You know what? The only thing they didn't have there was Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have any Dr. Pepper. It was either Coke, Fanta, or Sprite. That was it.
Okay.
No Dr. Pepper.
Wow.
And we always went to like a chicken place, a pizza place, which the pizza was huge. It was like one slice was as big as my hand, almost. So you only got one slice, and then we had some hamburgers, but that was it.
Okay.
Oh, and I saw your two-story McDonald's.
You did.